Okay, today is officially the first day of Red Ribbon Week. So everybody give me a big whoop whoop. And Red Ribbon Week is all about saying no to what? What? I couldn't hear you. What? It's about saying no to drugs. But in order to say no to drugs, we got to learn to make good choices. When we're little, we got to make good choices. Brushing our teeth, doing our homework, listening to our teachers, keeping our hands to ourselves, behaving in school. Well, hello, how are you? Okay? Because, this is why. Because in this group here at Brook Avenue Elementary, I know there's a future police officer, there's a future doctor, a future lawyer, a future teacher, okay? A future newscaster, maybe even a future president of the United States. But can you be that if you don't make good choices? No. Whoa, that didn't sound too convincing. Can you be that if you don't make good choices? No, you can't. All right? So, this is why we celebrate Red Ribbon Week, because you learn about why drugs are dangerous. You learn about why you need to make good choices. So if somebody ever comes up to you and says, hey, you want a cigarette? Hey, you want some beer? You can very easily tell them. No. That only sounded like 10 people. You would tell them what? No.
This is our uniform. Some other police officers wear a different color uniform. This is called Texas Tan. Very proud of our Texas Tan. We have a red patch. I have a Texas on the side of my car because we get to go all over Texas protecting people. But you know what? Police officers all have guns. The guns aren't toys. They're very dangerous. This is my gun right here. I never take it out unless I have to. But if you see a gun in your mama or daddy's house, don't touch it, or grandpa's house, don't touch it because they're very dangerous, right?
And they
can hurt you. Now, I have pepper spray. This pepper spray is for the bad guys and the bad girls. If I have to spray them in their face, their eyes are going to swell up, snot's going to come out of their nose, and they're going to cry like a baby. They really will. They're going to cry. And we have, after we check them, these are our handcuffs we use. Yeah. Right, look, and they lock down, and that's what we put on bad guys.
You say no to drugs just for this week only?
Yeah.
Yes?
No.
For 1 week only, you gonna say no to drugs?
No.
For 100 weeks? That's right, for your whole life, forever, you're gonna say no to drugs, right? Right, and no to what else? What else to say on your shirt? Bully, right? That's right. No, you'll say no to bullying, right? So if somebody offers you drugs, you're gonna say what? No! That's right. Good job. I want y'all to remember that.
It's okay.
So you may notice when I talk to my dog, I speak to him in another language. All right. You can also see that I give him hand signs. All right? Sometimes we need to be quiet when we go places, and in doing so, we can use hand signs to tell them what we want them to do without speaking. Also, as I said, he speaks the other language. My dog speaks Dutch. have one dog that speaks French and one dog that speaks Czech within our department. We have 3 total working dogs. It just depends, their language that they speak just depends on where they originally were trained and came from. My dog comes from the Netherlands, but every dog usually comes from a different place, and whoever trains them in whatever language, it's easier for us to learn a few words of their language than it is for them to be taught English all over again, another language all over.
Y'all know what this is for? Busting doors. When a bad guy hides behind a door, sometimes we have to get him, okay? So we use this as a tool.
You can't just put a secret.
No. Y'all give her a round of applause. Who's the bigger one?
While he's doing that, we have another one that we use. We use this one for windows. It's got the sharp points on the end. That helps to break the window, and then you can grab the curtains and the blinds and pull it out so you can see in there with these little grabby things here. It's a technical term.
What you have just witnessed is Swarm at Brook Avenue Elementary. Welcome to WISD TV. I'm Amber George here at Brook Avenue Elementary, joined by Principal Dara Deloney and Officer Sophie Martinez. Principal Deloney, can you tell us a little bit about what's going on here today?
Excitement. Lots of kids out on the teacher parking lot learning about Swarm. What is Swarm? Say no to drugs. We are building relationships with community people here. SWAT, Officer Martinez, what a great way to show kids community helpers are there for you. Say no.
It is October, and that means in Waco ISD, it is Red Ribbon Week across the district. Officer Martinez, can you tell us a little bit about the activities that the Waco Police Department participates in?
Well, in 2003, I was approached by a DEA agent. That's a tongue twister.
So it's Red Ribbon Week.
Yes. And he approached me. He said, hey, in Corpus, we used to do this deal with helicopters and police cars. You want to try it here in Waco? So we started doing it, and it kind of caught on. And after he left, I just kept it going. And so I asked for the assistance of federal agencies, local agencies, and we come out. And basically our goal is not only to put out the anti-drug message, but also for kids to see that police are not only a reactionary force, but our job is to keep this community safe for them so that they can grow up to lead productive lives. So they're not seeing them in a reactive way. They're seeing them as presenters and as real people, and they get to, one-on-one talk to them. And who knows, maybe we're planting some seeds for some future law enforcement.
I saw some hands go up earlier when one of the stations asked who wants to be a police officer. Now, can you tell us about the 7 different stations the students are visiting? Who are they learning from?
Normally we do have 7 stations. We usually have, this year we have a DPS helicopter, but because of it's too small, he can't land, so we don't have it. But the other 6, we have a DPS trooper who's talked to them about what he does for the state. And then we have Baylor Scott and White Teen Safe, and she talks to kids about seatbelt safety and also a little bit about why it's important to make good choices. And then over here we got our Waco patrol officers, and actually one of them just recently became a detective, but they come out and they talk to kids about 911 and why it's only used for emergencies and we don't play with it, and about gun safety. And also, they again reiterate the anti-drug message, why it's important to say no to drugs. And then behind us, we got K9, our own Waco PD K9. And they show the kids, how our dogs, how much they cost and what their job is. And they show them how the dogs take commands in a different language and all. And then over here, we have our SWAT team. And we were joined by also Woodway. Woodway is a big part of this. Every year they have their officers participate. And so our SWAT and also our SWAT team members from our department, and we come together and they show the kids all the tools that they use for their job as well. And a lot of times some of these kids, they see these guys in real action, whether it's in their neighborhood or maybe in their own homes, and now they're getting to interact with them in a positive way. And now, hopefully, their job makes more sense to them rather than just saying they came in and they crashed in through my door. You're saying, okay, I understand why they did that.
Well, Thank you so much for continuing this on and for bringing this to our school district and school districts around McLennan County. I just want to say thank you. Principal Deloney, thank you for opening up Brook Avenue today and for hosting Swarm at Brook. Thank you for watching WISD TV. I'm Amber George, and we would like to celebrate Red Ribbon Week across Waco ISD. We hope that you join us in saying no to drugs. WISD TV, learners today, leaders tomorrow.